Severance is renewed for season 3. Ben Stiller once thought the series might not get made. Okay, so here's Severance. They call it a thriller. So there's been 2 seasons. Mark, who is played by Adam Scott, leads a team of office workers whose memories have been surgically divided between their work and personal lives. When a mysterious colleague appears outside of work, it begins a journey to discover the truth about their jobs. Okay? So this is Mark right here. And what is Ben Stiller's role in Severance?
According to AP News, Ben Stiller once thought the series might not get made. Los Angeles, AP, Severance is beloved by critics and audiences alike. But there was a time when star Adam Scott and Ben Stiller, who executive produces and directs the Apple TV Plus series, worried it might never get made.
All right, so had to plug in the headphones there. So Severance is beloved by critics and audiences alike, but there was a time when star Adam Scott and Ben Stiller, who executive produces and directs the Apple TV Plus series, worried it might not never get made. Okay, there's like a little here, there's a little short here I'm gonna play.
Severance, hot off the press, literally just now, overnight. Season 2 is wrapped up. Moments ago, Apple TV is announcing the streamer's most watched series has been renewed for a 3rd season.
Wow.
It's happening 100% in a statement just out from executive producer and director Ben Stiller, saying making Severance has been one of the most creatively exciting experiences I've ever been a part of. While I have no memory of this, I'm told making season 3 will be equally enjoyable, though any recollection of these future events will be forever and irrevocably wiped from my memory as well.
So does that mean he has a little thing in the back of his
I don't know. I don't know what that means.
Wow.
Poking fun at the show's characters, if you don't know, whose work memories are separated from their personal lives. Can't wait to see more Severance.
It's such a good show. One of the best shows, and also one of the most expensive shows on TV, too.
Yeah. Well, they found some more money, Craig.
Well, thank Keir they did.
Yes.
Season 3 is happening.
All right, and then there's like a little bit of a, I don't know, like a little preview or I don't know, like a little teaser or something. Let's play this. It might be like copyright, but I'm still going to try to play it. I don't know. That was kind of worthless, but anyways, let's pull up Canva. Let me change the view here. Ooh, let me hit the button again. Hopefully I can. There we go. This is what I want. Okay, so this is open, and let me show you. Again, this is with the language, y'all, okay? When I do these decodes, this is what I want to catch first is the language, okay? So you have Severance, this thriller, right? Severance, look out. Severance begins with S, okay? Ben Stiller, S, right? Adam Scott is the star here. S, Ben Stiller, executive produce and directs the series, right? So Stiller Severance, Scott, all S. Look, season 3, season S, series S. So we get all of these S's here, right? And very noticeable right here in the title, even involving the two characters with this show, right? So you get all S's here. Notice in Gematria, look at Severance, you get 92 and 38, just like season 3. We're in the month of March, right? And we get this news. Look at March has 92. That's cool, right? So we're in March, we get the story about season 3 and Severance, and 92 hits with all three there. You see that? And you can even see Benjamin Edward Mira Stiller. So, is that like two middle names or like two last names? I'm not sure, but Mara, look how you get 38. So Mara 38, season 3 38. And I want you to notice the 38 as with Severance as well, right? So notice you get two 38s there. Benjamin Stiller, this is the ABC 123 ordinal cipher 163. Okay, and that's the 38 prime number. So Severance 38, season 3 38, one of his names 38, Benjamin Stiller 163, the 38th prime number. Severance is renewed for season 3. Ben Stiller's born November 30th. 30 is like 3. 1 pandemic, 2 historic Hollywood strikes, and a 3-year gap between seasons 1 and 2. Even look, 1 pandemic, 2 historic Hollywood strikes, 1 plus 2 is 3. You see that? And then the 3-year gap, obviously, a 3 between seasons 1 and 2. Apple TV Plus confirmed a 3rd season Friday, the morning after the release of the 2nd season's finale. Scott and Stiller spoke to the AP in advance. The interview has been edited for clarity and brevity. Don't see that word or hear of that word a lot, right? And let's just go over here to the article. Let me zoom in a little bit. Little late reaction there to the zoom in. A dark surrealist commentary on our work-obsessed culture that was hardly guaranteed to reap mass appeal was set to start production on its first season in March 2020. Then the lockdowns began, right? Scroll down a little bit more. Adam, I'm not going to go over this. It's like a Q&A here. So much time has passed since the first season. Did the arc of this season or your approach to any of it change from when you initially thought you were going to make season 2? Here, this is Stiller. I mean, it's constantly in process. That's what the process of making the show was on season 1 and also on season 2. And I don't know if I could explain the process, but it's very fluid. Even though it's obviously a show that has a lot of specifics that we're always trying to think about. That's, I think, one of the reasons why it's fluid actually is because we're always looking at what we're doing and looking back at what we shot and edited and just really trying to track it. It goes on all the way through until the final sound mix is ready. And you see some of these other characters. Helly, played by Britt Lower. Patricia Arquette plays the role of Harmony Cobell. Deshen uh, Lachman is Miss Casey. Zach Cherry is Dylan. John Turturro plays the role of Irving. All right, and here's Ben Stiller. This is an obviously American actor, comedian, filmmaker, executive producer, known for his sharp wit and slapstick humor in comedies. Zoolander, There's Something About Mary, and Tropic Thunder. And you see some other movies he's been a part of, right? And again, Severance is beloved by critics and audiences alike, but there was a time when star Adam Scott and Ben Stiller, again, the executive producer and directs the Apple TV Plus series, worried it might never get made. So back over here to some of these connections, right? And again, I've never watched this series. But once you learn this knowledge, you can break down these stories. Now, this is cool because he's got the 11/30 birthday, Ben Stiller. Okay, so notice the anniversary. So the first episode date is 2/18/2022. So you can say that's the first episode date. You see it right there. So going off of the anniversary date, which is February 18. Look at this. His last birthday, November 30th, 2024. The anniversary of the first episode date is 80 days after his birthday. But I want you to see the duration variations. Look, it's the same as 2 months, 19 days. So in between the two dates is 2 months, 18 days. Isn't that cool? And the anniversary and the first episode date was and is 2/18. And notice how 2 months and 19 days is the same as 11 weeks, 3 days. You see that? And then he's got the 11/30 birthday, which is like 11 weeks, 3 days. Now, if you look at Ben Stiller's last birthday, you get 65 date numerology, and he's born in 1965. And the anniversary of the first episode date, that was just last month, 65 date numerology. So you get 65 on his birthday, 65 on the anniversary of the first episode date, and Ben Stiller born in 65. We even get 49 with the last birthday. Date numerology, 11 plus 30 plus the single digits of the year. And February 18th, the anniversary of the first episode. Look, 49th day of the year. Stiller equals 49. Benjamin equals 49. You also get 32s to match up with first and last name right there, along with the 49s, right? And again, the anniversary of the first episode date, February 18, 2025. 44 days later would be the star Adam Scott's birthday, which is April 3rd. 44 days later, Ben Stiller equates to 44 in Gematria. And the first episode date, 2022, 20 plus 22, oh, okay, is not 44. So, anyways, you see this 44 connection here. And that's it. Right here, season 3 of Severance. Right? So these 38s hit pretty big in this breakdown. And again, we're in the month of March. You see, again, March equals 92, season 3 92, Severance 92. Mara, one of the Benjamin Stiller names, 38, season 3 38, Severance 38. The S's hit very nice. Again, with the language in this decode. And I'll play this little short again right here.
Severance, hot off the press, literally just now, overnight. Season 2 is wrapped up. Moments ago, Apple TV is announcing the streamer's most watched series has been renewed for a third season. It's happening 100% in a statement just out from executive producer and director Ben Stiller, saying making Severance has been one of the most creatively exciting experiences I've ever been a part of. While I have no memory of this, I'm told making season 3 will be equally enjoyable, though any recollection of these future events will be forever and irrevocably wiped from my memory as well.
So does that mean he has a little thing in the back of his
I don't know. I don't know what that means.
Wow.
Poking fun at the show's characters, if you don't know, whose work memories are separated from their personal lives. Can't wait to see more Severance.
Such a good
That's weird, isn't it?
Memories are separated from their personal lives.
Back of his
I don't know. I don't know what that means.
Wow.
Poking fun at the show's characters, if you don't know, whose work memories are separated from their personal lives. Can't wait to see more Severance.
Such a good show. One of the best shows, and also one of the most expensive shows on TV too.
Well, they found some more money, Craig.
Well, thank Keir they did.
Yes.
Season 3 is happening.
All right, so just a quick breakdown for y'all. And look, I'm working on this trending story right here. George Foreman, RIP at age 76. So this will be the next breakdown right here. All right. George Foreman, the fearsome heavyweight who became a beloved champion, RIP at 76. So that just came across my desk here, okay? All right, so shout out to y'all. This is Daily Decodes 812. Not familiar really with this show, but still got some connections for you. Severance is renewed for season 3. Ben Stiller once thought the series might not get made. And you got star Adam Scott here. Okay, so Apple TV Plus. Shout out to y'all. Until next time.